All right. Let's see here.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it picks up the goldfish.
Ready when you are.
Okay. There we go. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
That's what she said.
Hold on.
I feel like I gotta be like this for like this.
Yeah.
Parallel.
Live from HWR HQ in Houston, Texas. It's the 468th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
Hey.
What up, man?
What's up? Thank you for joining us today live on the YouTube. If you are, actually watching us live, if you are, make sure you log into your account. That way you can live chat with us here on the old handy dandy smartphone. So, if I see it, I'll involve you as best as I can in the show. So feel free to, say hi, ask us questions, fact check us, talk shit, whatever. I'll try to involve you as best as I can. Now, if you're not watching this live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. Or you could just drop a comment down below. Hey.
So whoever says I talk too much with my hands, shut up.
Yeah. Also make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouPorn, X videos.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Chris, how are you, sir?
Tired.
You're tired.
It's been a week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
Work. Same old bullshit.
That sounds about
right. But then we got to see John Cena's final match.
That's right. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we just gonna jump straight into it?
Our episode's about the Saturday Night's main event. I mean, you want to? Okay,
right,
let's talk about Obafemi. Everyone's dying to hear our opinion of Obafemi.
Oh, dude, Obafemi's great.
I do this shirt at work a lot, very often. Yeah, the song's in my head.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, so
Cena.
Yeah, John Cena's last match. Let's get to it. Right to the point. All right. John Cena's last match was excellent, I would say.
Ooh.
Yes. I very much enjoyed the match. It was I don't want to say it was the first time he ever genuinely enjoying Cena's or a Cena match. It's not the first, but I think it was definitely the first time that, because I've enjoyed Cena matches before, especially in this run.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I felt as though like I was 100% invested and bought in on Cena. And I don't think I ever had been before in the past. I think I always have been very much in the camp of Cena sucks and I don't want to see John Cena and, oh man, shoving up down our throats. And like, dude, the majority of the time that Houston Wrestling Radio has been around, it's always been, oh, fucking Cena.
Yahweh.
Cena, enough. LOL, Cena wins. Geez, how much? But like this particular match and the fact that he was, not only was it like history for Cena, it was history for wrestling, I guess you could say. So I knew that I was watching something special, and I knew that we were seeing the entire night long something that was worth note and something that had that aura. Sometimes there's times where even WrestleMania doesn't have the aura. Certain matches don't have the aura. It definitely feels like they're trying to fill out spots on a card. But this felt special. It felt different. It felt momentous. It felt historic. And it delivered. It lived up to it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. What's up, CK? Thank you for joining us in the live chat, sir.
Whoever you are. Dude, these pretzel goldfish are the shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goldfish pretzels.
Yeah.
You talk. Let me eat pretzels.
It was what it was supposed to be.
All right.
From the moment that Gunther was announcing this tournament, I knew he was going to be the guy. to be in the finals.
Too bad we never got that Penta and Gunther match.
That's not to say that we were getting T-Penta and Gunther. We might have been getting Solo versus Gunther all along, which was just as interesting. I thought Gunther was going to be the one to win. I felt he had to be the one to win. The match was great. That crowd was on fire.
It was all night. All night.
Yeah, on fire. Cena starts doing stuff early. It's like, all right, we've seen this because this final year. This isn't the John Cena from 2005. This isn't John Cena from 2015. I get it.
Yeah.
Gunther with the cheap heel heat. Awesome. I get it.
I don't know if it was cheap. I think it was earned. I think it was well-deserved heat. The way that he's been booked and the way he's been leaning into the character, I don't think it's cheap heat.
No.
But I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Here's why I started getting lulled a bit. That ending sequence took too long. I think they went to the well one or two times too many with the sleeper.
Okay.
And the bone of contention that's been on the internet all weekend and every day since the match is him smiling before the weak-looking tap out.
Okay. Yeah.
It takes away a little bit. It doesn't take away a lot because the right person won. The sleeper was the right call. So I'm fine with it. I liked it. It was great. Yeah.
All right. You brought it up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the sleeper and the smile and the tap out. The now infamous and iconic smile that's going to be is going to go down in the annals of wrestling history, right?
Yeah.
I think and I thought that you were definitely going to sit here and argue today, maybe a little bit more vehemently, that it was the wrong call, and that you didn't like it. But you seem to just say, okay, it took away a little bit, that's it, and whatever. I felt like in the moment when we were watching it and we were just
in the chat,
communicating via the chat, you were very against it.
Yeah.
And I was very for it. I loved the poeticness of I'm at peace with this being the end. This is the end. Tap out, smile. You got it. And it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm hurting. Oh, tap out, get me out of this move. It was like, he's got me. You got it, big dog. You know? And I just, there was so much emotion written across his face. Whether that was his acting or if it was real, maybe it was a combination of both, but there was so much that was emoted in that moment that there were so many people that were focusing on so many different things and they were all right. Disappointment. There was also a knowing, a contention, a catharsis, all happening all at the same time in Cena's facial expression. It was perfect, in my opinion. I think that's exactly what should happen because I know that you were arguing he should have passed out, giving up. The guy that says never give up gave up. And I think some people are kind of focusing a little bit too much on it and getting lost in the sauce. I don't think he gave up. I think he did exactly what he said he was going to do, which is have his last match, end his career. I don't think it was giving up if you get to the end. Are you giving up if you get to the finish line and you say I'm finished?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
You completed it. You finished the story. You completed the story and you're at peace with it because some people would have been like, no, this isn't going to be the end. But he did what he said he was going to do. And I think it was poetic and giving, quote unquote, giving up. But I don't think he gave up. I think he gave the torch.
No, I think it's getting lost in the sauce. You can't get lost in the sauce because it's right there in front of you. It's what we saw. We saw John Cena with a smile, and then John Cena tapping out. He gave up. He surrendered. He submitted. Merriam-Webster, submission means giving up. It's black and white. You can color it however you want to color it. But in black and white, he gave up. The emoting, him being in a submission, I think smiling for a split second almost gave away the business for me. Because not everything that not everything in the movies can translate in sports. Not everything in movies can translate to sports entertainment.
Okay.
Would I have wanted to see him smile? No. What would I have done if I'm the one complaining? Okay, do this. You're grimacing, you're fighting. You've been like the 8th time in 5 minutes that you've been put in that sleeper hold. Instead of smiling, you're just grimacing. You're trying to fight the hold. And then you know what? And he went from grimace, and you could just see like his eyebrows up, like, okay. And then that's it. He passes out. The guy that never gave up died on his own sword. He never gave up. Gunther as a heel is pissed. He is not celebrating. Why? Because he's been talking for weeks that he was going to make Cena tap out, and he never got his way. He doesn't consider his retirement a victory because he didn't do it how he said he was going to do it. You can tell more stories than just Gunther coming out on Monday night and said, I made Cena tap. I made him tap like a little bitch. Like that's not new. Like that's the same story we hear too often. Like again, we're watering this down for the lowest common denominator because a lot of the WWE audience are children. They're kids, you know? But at the same time, you could have done more with that. And I feel like they didn't. Something that Cena did say is already kind of settling in, which is why I'm not putting up the fight that I did on Saturday. It's like, it's already over. Like, there's no do-over. I honestly believe Cena's going to be a man of his word and never come back. Even if the Saudis offer him $50 million for one show, I don't see him taking it. I see him being done. I don't see him coming back. So control the controllable is something he always says. Yeah. And there's no controlling it because it's already done. It's in the record books. It's done. You can't go back like NCAA and take away titles or erase records or do something. No, it's already on the network. It's already archived. It's already been said. It's already been done. There's dozens of snapshots of Cena smiling in that sleeper. We can't erase it. It's done. So we just move on. And that's exactly what I did. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're at peace with it, cool. I like it. I like it because if Cena had passed out, there wouldn't have been as much of a passing of the torch with what you were saying. Gunther being able to say that he did it and get it all the way, not half-assed, not like, oh, well, he didn't really pass out. Like, Gunther did what he said he was going to do, and that makes him even more of a threat.
If we made it a gift, it would look like Cena didn't tap out convincingly. It's like Cena was just like,
yeah. It
didn't feel like Gunther got him to tap out. It's like he didn't give up to Gunther; he gave up to Father Time.
You know what, man? Yeah, you might be right. You might be right because that was part of what I was saying too. That he was ending his career. He wasn't giving up on a match. All right. So, but I think that speaks to the richness of this. There's so much that you could go back and forth and like debate on and speculate and this and that. I mean, if you take away the part of like, well, we all know Triple H booked it. If you don't look at just, Triple H booked it, and you just look at like, if you get lost in the kayfabe of it all, like what did Cena actually feel in that moment? You know, how was he actually giving up? What is the kayfabe of it? Did he give up on his career? Did he give up on the match? Did he, and there's so much. They're so complex. There's so many complicated emotions there that I think we are getting the stories that we need to have here. I like it. I guess that's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that I like it, and I think it was a good call. Was it the perfect call? Was it the best call? I don't know if there was going to be a perfect call. I think the pass out could have been good, but the pass out gives less to Gunther. This does give Gunther a lot.
You know what gives less to Gunther?
What?
I think Cena tapping out would have meant a lot more if his booking this year wasn't as scrambled up as it was. Like,
that's fair, especially
like
with the loss to Lesnar, the way that he just like lost for no reason and then like they never capitalized on it. Yeah.
Lost to Dominic a week after beating Dominic.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it wasn't the same. This whole year, like they could have stuck with the heel turn. Could a heel Cena be out healed a Gunther, And that's another dynamic where it could have been more interesting because Gunther's first match against Javon at Madison Square Garden, Gunther was getting some cheers.
Yeah. And
then Gunther against Solo Sikoa, who are you cheering in that match?
Yeah.
So he was already starting to if you have a character that says the wrestling ring is sacred, then you don't need to be a heel to beat John Cena. You just need to be sacred to the character that you are.
Yeah.
And Cena's character already wasn't what it was because he was turned heel. Did you still buy the face turn, the one apology the night before SummerSlam in the ring with Cody?
Yeah.
Now this face run, it just
okay.
It felt apropos for the year of John Cena's last year in WWE. Is like, okay, yeah, of course you would mess this up. You've messed up A, B, C, D, E coming up here.
Yeah. I would agree that like the giving up of the storyline on the heel run so abruptly just didn't make sense. Everybody loved the fact that John Cena turned heel and that we were going to see a heel Cena for the first time in his career. I think we were all intrigued. But I think because of whatever happened with The Rock and The Rock deciding to go MIA and that's where the story was going to go somehow, like I think that fucked it all up. And then having the face Cena the last half of the run, I think that was the right call to make as far as like this is where we need to get going. Like if we have to pivot, we need to pivot to have him being a face again for the last bit of its run. But the way that they pivoted, like you need, hey, turn here. And then, well, no, don't turn like that. Like shit, turn on your blinker and slow down, CK says, I hate to say it, but I felt nothing. He passed the torch. Many flowery words are said. Let's get to BAU. What's BAU?
Fuck if I know. I was going to ask that.
I don't know
what BAU
What's
is.
BAU?
Elaborate.
Yeah, what do you mean BAU?
Well, with that said, once the match was over, we all had our opinions. We all had our stuff to say.
Yeah.
There was something else that was said in that chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to remind y'all what WWE's candidate for match of the year is before that match happened.
Right.
Which was Io and Rhea.
Right.
For the title. The more that I thought about it, the more I came to the conclusion that I am not willing to put this match over the women.
All right.
However, because of Arnold, we have a wild card spot.
Yeah.
That is currently taken up by Toni Storm versus Mariah May from Revolution.
BAU means business as usual.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm willing to put that match over the women. Over the wild card women. So we would have 2 WWE matches on our match of the year list.
Ooh.
And here's the reason why. If we're going to give you a preview of what our end of the year review looks like. I can't find a flaw with Io versus Rhea. Then Naomi cashes in. Normally the cash-ins, they tend to go downhill a little bit.
Right.
She made it better.
Yeah.
I just sat here and told you what I thought about the last 5 minutes of that match.
Yeah.
So there are flaws to pick in that match.
Yeah.
I am not putting Cena and Gunther over those 2 women.
But
technically those 3 women.
So you're thinking that you want to, and you're arguing for having this match replace Mariah May and Toni Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
which is also a really great match. But it happened earlier in the year, and my memories of it are a bit vague. So it didn't win out over Fletcher and Ospreay because that was the cage match. That was a flippy dippy. That was another culmination of an end of a match, and it had stuff where you were walking on three legs for quite a while.
Yeah.
The story between the hardcore stuff with Mariah May and Toni Storm is how that match ended up on our match of the year.
Yeah.
But are you willing to cave and put it in and let Cena Gunther replace that, or no?
See, the thing with Cena and Gunther is that between the bells, I think it was very good. I don't think it was a 10 out of 10 as far as between the bells go.
Agreed.
But it was very, very good. But where it's an 11 or a 12 out of 10 is aura, historical wrestling significance, and like the intangibles, right? I would feel silly, downright silly, at the end of the year not talking about this match, because this is probably the biggest thing that has happened this year. Hell, it's probably the biggest thing that's happened in the last half decade. Hell, it might be the biggest thing that's happened in the last decade.
To be fair, the next time we record would be our end of the year, so you're already kind of talking about it now.
Cool. Yes, I understand. So like it's such a significant match that I would feel silly not talking about this as a match of the year candidate. You know, I think because of the gravity of it. Now, if there was the gravity of it and the match itself was like a fucking drizzling shits 4, then yeah, I'd throw it out. But the match wasn't drizzling shits. The match was competitive and it looked good and it made Gunther look good, which is exactly what needed to happen. Which I know we said we were going to just jump straight into the Cena match, but I need to say this in order to make my point. The entire night, right when the show started, what did I say in the live chat or in our group chat? Remember. I said tonight is going to be a night about putting over the future. At every single match, I pointed it out. Look, they're putting over the youngin. Look, they're putting over the youngin. Look, they're putting over the youngins. And they were doing that. That was the theme. And this wasn't as much about retiring Cena, although it was. It was a lot about, hey, everybody's eyeballs are on this show. We're retiring Cena. Well, cool. Cena's going away, but look at Obafemi. Look at Gunther. Look at Javon Evans and Leon. Look at Sol Ruka. Look at all these. Look at the future. You're coming here to see your favorite. You're coming. Yeah, Joe Henry. You're coming here to see your favorite retire, but stay because the future is just as bright. And that was my other point about this match. Between the bells, it wasn't a 4, but it also wasn't a 10, but it was good enough. It was a 9. Good enough for me to buy Gunther knocking off Cena in his last match. The legend John Cena, big match John, LOL, Cena wins. He's going to believably lose to Gunther, and it's not a fluke.
You needed that match for proof that Gunther was worthy?
There's a lot of people that did. There's a lot of people that did.
Title run, longest NXT UK title run, already world champion. And now winning the tournament and facing John Cena.
This is for a lot of people it is, because especially for the people that were tuning into this show just because it was John Cena's last match. So there's going to be more hardcore people that don't know Gunther's NXT run, who don't know Gunther's Intercontinental run, or maybe have just heard of it, but they didn't tune in every match. This match right here has made Gunther, I don't want to say a household name, but more of a household name than what he was before in the wrestling community. All eyes of the wrestling world were on this match. And you gave Gunther the house. You gave him everything. And you gave all those other people and all those other matches, all those other newcomers, everything. And that was so fucking brilliant. And yes, here's the point. The point is maybe between the bells, it wasn't a flippy dippy clinic. Maybe between the bells, it wasn't, a perfect 10. But it did everything it was supposed to do and then some, in shining a light on who the future is, and just having that aura, that presence, So am I willing to do that? Are we doing the thumbs? One, two, three. Yes.
Where are we putting it? Like I said, I don't. If we're doing a thumbs up for replacing the women, I'm giving it a thumbs down
for replacing Rhea and Io.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does have to replace Mariah.
Yeah, it has to replace Tony Mariah.
I think it has
they've
to
had their flowers.
Mariah.
They've held on this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
we could definitely have a conversation the next time we come forward about which is the women's match of the year, which basically it's only 2 matches that are on. It's Rhea and Io, and Tony and Mariah.
Tony and Mariah.
Oh, technically there's 3 because Tessa Blanchard and Jordan Grace in the beginning of the year.
Oh,
so we do have 3 women's matches that we can actually make a women's match of the year for not as a consolation. I don't want it to sound like shit, but
the Black Excellence that wrestled on Saturday. Yeah. With Oba and Hendry. Hendry is invited to the cookout. Well, only if you.
So it's official.
Yeah,
it's on the list. It's on the replacing list. Tony and Mariah.
Yeah.
Got it. So we have Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega. We have.
I feel like that's going to be that should have been replaced at some point.
Oh no.
There had to have been something on AEW that we missed.
That's New Japan.
Oh.
Gabe Kidd, Kenny Omega. And then
Ospreay
and Fletcher, Steel Cage.
That's right.
Io and Rhea.
Yeah.
With Naomi.
And
now this
Cena
match.
And Gunther.
Cena and Gunther.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's gonna be a
that
tough...
voting. That voting is gonna upset. My voting is gonna upset some people.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
All right.
Because in my mind, I already have them ranked.
Okay. And that's part of the reason why we actually have a committee on this. It's going to be me, you, probably Hector, probably Arnold,
maybe Scott,
maybe we'll see if we can figure that out. But on our end of the year episode, which should be our next episode, not sure exactly when it's going to be.
Yeah,
we're going to try to put it on the calendar soon. But yeah, that's going to be our year in review.
So let's summarize Saturday night's main event real quick.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the finish with Oba and Cody?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh, I loved it.
No.
Yeah.
There's already an established feud with Cody and Drew. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't been watching, because I saw clips. Apparently, after Saturday night's main event, like the next episode of Raw or something, Cody attacked Drew McIntyre in his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have meant a lot more if Drew would have cost Cody the match against Oba.
Okay.
There's a reason for Cody to be pissed.
Okay.
And even then, Drew costing Cody the match. Oba could have saw that and could have saw the replay, and then turned around and be like, "What the fuck are you doing here? I didn't want this."
Well, he did.
He didn't. But not like that. It's still Oba could have gotten a win. He didn't get a win. They got a draw, or he got the freaking disqualification.
Both guys were protected.
He didn't have to protect both of the guys.
Yeah, he did. They're both your champs, and you want them to be elevated. Because
again, Cody's doesn't get a smear loss because that storyline's already 3 months in the making. Like, you can buy Cody losing the match because Drew cost him the match, because that rivalry's been going on for 3 months already.
Yeah, but Oba was kicking his ass.
Okay, so let me tell you this: did the fans agree with you that were in attendance during that finish? Did they cheer or did they boo?
I don't remember.
No, they booed.
Okay, cool.
Heavily.
Yeah.
They didn't like that finish.
Okay.
So Ruka and Bailey.
Yeah.
That was a great finish. That was a great match.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Cena and fucking Gunther, that would have been my match of the night. They both did very well. They're still playing off of Bailey not being all there.
Yeah.
So she's making a couple of mistakes here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's playing it off very well, because there's times where I'm like, did she just fuck up? Oh, okay. Never mind.
And there was a miscue, I think, earlier in the match there that I think Arnold called out that said that you would call it out. But I don't remember exactly what it was. It was
only been 3 days.
Yeah, I know, right? it was some high spot that Soul was going to do, and maybe she just didn't do it right or something.
Oh, I did notice that because there's some high flyers in the men's division that do it very fluently. She did the cartwheel into the DDT.
Yeah.
And instead of just falling through like a pendulum off the rope and hitting the DDT, she landed on her feet and then did her DDT, which kind of defeats the purpose of doing a handstand if you're going to land on your feet anyway.
Oh, okay. And there was another thing that I remember seeing.
But that wasn't the spot that Arnold was talking about. Because I was like, I didn't.
There was a spot that I remember seeing where Bailey was like tumbled over because she was going to get. I think maybe it was that DDT. I'm not sure, but I remember her seeing Bailey doing. Is she coming?
Yeah.
You know, like where is she? You know, and like looking up at the last second, like right when it was when she actually executed the move onto Bailey. So you know that kind of. You know, so a couple of miscues, but the match was still really good, and the fact that there was a clean win there, Bailey just putting over Sol Ruca again, and following the theme of the night. You know, check out the new talent that we have. You know, and it's a tag team match. Yeah,
whoever in that chat, whoever that is, when they said Black Excellence, I thought they meant Javon Evans and Leon Slater.
Yeah.
They were great.
They were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that whole first like 5-minute sequence of that match where AJ was not involved at all, and it was just the youngins. Holy shit, that was some good stuff. If anything, AJ was slowing them down.
I was watching this live with Trav, and I was like, damn, in 2025, AJ's the one that's the odd man out of the high flyers of the X division because they were killing it. And then I told him, I was like, and the funny part is, if this was 2005 TNA AJ Styles, the 3 kids couldn't hold the damn lunch kit to them, to AJ, you know? And proof is, and that I don't, again, it might have botched it on purpose. It might have just been planned. But when AJ tried to go for that springboard and then Leon just went for the cover, that takes years to have that instinct to just go for that.
Yeah.
And the fact that like, smoothly.
Yeah.
He has a great future there. The only thing that kind of bothers me a bit is this whole Marvel DC shit.
What do you mean?
Push, keep, fire. Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Kevin Knight.
Yeah,
you know.
Dude,
then last night on Raw, where fucking Daniel Garcia is the guy under the mask.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Theory is the guy in the mask. You know, we're gonna work with the Mexicans, so now we gotta go work with the Mexicans on the other show. Yeah. It's just like, okay, what are you doing to stand out? Mm-hmm. And an embarrassment of riches that you have Javon Evans and Leon Slater for now until this TNA partnership doesn't last that much longer. And then you've got Kevin Knight on the other show doing it's like the Pokemon evolution. Yeah. Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Enjoyed the segment?
Yeah, of course. It was great. What
if Hendry was the one that wrestled Gunther? Fuck.
I like Joe Hendry for what he is. Especially his role in WWE, where he's comedic relief. He shows up when you say his name. He's kind of like a troll character.
You sound like you're fed up.
But I don't know if I am sold on him as an actual in-ring competitor in the WWE. At least not yet. I don't know if they're going to give him anything other than just being like comedic relief. That's where I'm not sold. I'm not fed up. I'm just not sold. I know what I've seen before he got to the WWE, and he was great. But when you're smaller than The Miz, when you're smaller than The Miz, I know that WWE will tend to, and maybe this was just a Vince era, but WWE will tend to not take you seriously and not push you unless they do a little man gimmick, unless you are a Rey Mysterio or a Shorty G, And I don't want that for Hendry, but I don't trust WWE to not give that to Hendry and just be comedic relief with the little song and everything. Yeah. Because while I like the say his name and he appears, and that whole gimmick, that isn't what made him interesting. It's like an aspect of what made him interesting
There's more
in
to
the
him.
UK, right? What made him interesting in the UK was he was customizing parodies of different songs for his opponents.
Mhm.
So while yes, there was like this musical element of like this one song, he also did a bunch of shit with other songs, and it was customized to each opponent that he's not doing here. It was kind of like the difference between Finn Balor and Fergal Devitt.
Yes.
Fergal Devitt had different paint every time he came out for a badass match. And it was a different caricature and a different thing and a different theme. And it sometimes lined up with his opponent. And there was like psychological stuff. And then when he came into NXT, it was the demon and only the demon. Why? Because they could sell toys with the demon. And then once he got to the main roster,
intellectual property.
right. And once it got to the main roster, oh yeah, we don't need a demon anymore.
Yeah.
Like even that is gone. And I'm afraid that that's where we're going with Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm. I could see it too.
Yeah.
That in a nutshell was Saturday night's main event.
He is invited to the cookout according to
apparently. Yeah. Some news before we go to our predictions, because we do actually have some predictions before we get out of here.
For AEW.
And something else.
Oh, okay.
So today, Mick Foley has made it clear that he is not re-signing his WWE Legends deal and no longer wants to work with the company.
Yeah.
What do you know about this?
I saw the post that he put up, and like he's basically citing WWE's endorsement / partnership / in bed with the Trump administration, and how he's like, you know what, I can't take no more, you know, especially after the stuff that happened with Trump and Rob Reiner getting murdered, as well as his wife by his son, apparently, and Trump like mocking him
because he was a liberal and he wasn't a Trump supporter.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's I think, God damn, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Here we go.
I think I agree with Cornette. You know, Cornette's like, I'm glad that somebody has a backbone and as somebody has morals and will go against the grain. And I'm like, God damn it, Cornette, you're right. And that's kind of how I feel about Mick Foley. Mick Foley is sticking to his morals. He's you know, he's gonna chunk a news to WWE because of all the stuff that's going on. And yeah, this one thing, this is the thing that broke the camel's back, but there's still so many other ties to the Trump administration and WWE. So, I mean, Linda McMahon, Vince and Trump, all been buddies for a long time. You know, so
the reality season.
Yeah, all the blood money stuff. It makes it really hard for somebody like Foley, who's been recorded of being somebody that is very liberal, to justify still being in that environment, you know, working for a company that just supports it so blatantly.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I'm happy for Mick, and I think it's really cool. And I wonder if this is going to be a trend, and if so, that could be interesting.
Trend? Probably not.
You don't think so? You think it's only going to be Mick, and Mick is the only one to take a stand?
So, devil's advocate.
All right.
When I say devil's advocate, this isn't me at all siding with the Trumpers, with the morons, with the idiots. What he did is completely fair. It's completely valid. It's the right thing to do. 10 toes in on morals. I get it. You're expecting a trend. The thing with Mick Foley, he's well into his retirement.
That's true.
The WWE Legends contract is not his only source of income.
I'm
sure
true.
He's getting dividends and residuals from investments, from WWE films, from WWE videos.
From his books.
He's still doing the comedy tour still.
Yeah.
He still has jokes to crack, and we still have money to buy the tickets to see his show. It's easy for someone like Mick Foley
You're right.
Who I appreciate wholeheartedly for taking the stand.
Yeah.
But he's in a position where he can financially stably make that kind of stand.
Right.
You want someone like CM Punk to do that? You think CM Punk can do that? He was just at the last Saudi show after he said he was never going to go.
And he went.
And then he gave his reasoning that, you know, it was misrepresented or misunderstood, and it was for the fans, that it shouldn't be something political. It might be hyperbole what I'm saying, that it wasn't like verbatim. But, you know, even Sami Zayn, who had issues going there or couldn't go there, you know, he made the trek. Again, welcomed by all the fans, because the fans shouldn't be the ones suffering for a political regime.
Right.
Which I also get. But still, Foley's in the position where he can make that stand. It's going to be interesting if a guy like LA Knight takes that, or a guy like Braun Breaker takes that, or a guy like freaking Paul Heyman takes that, or a guy like who else is high right now? Cody. If Cody takes that, like what would that look like? You know, they still you're on the road, you do the commentary, you do the ring announcing. You love to do it.
Mm-hmm. But
you still get paid for it.
Right.
They still have mouths to feed. They still have a roof over their heads. They still, as much as they love to do it, they do it in WWE because that's the biggest platform. That's the biggest audience. That's the biggest return on investment on your work, on your character, on your own intellectual property. How many of those people are going to go to AEW? You think they're going to want the second tier, third tier, fourth tier platform, pedestal, streaming opportunity for movies? You think they're going to want to go there?
Yeah.
You think their morals are going to take them to the indies where they're going to be making pennies on the dollar?
Yeah.
For their morals? That's why you're not going to see a guys in the roster making these moves.
Yeah.
Legends? Yeah. People that have already done their time? Yeah. Steve Austin's made it very clear he is not that guy. Yeah. He is not that guy to follow that full Trump, you know. But he's another guy. He's still living on Austin 316 residuals. You think he wants to step in the ring? You think he needs to actually hit the ropes again?
Yeah.
You know, so it's
I mean, you're all right. There is a position of privilege that Foley is in, and where he could get away with that kind of thing because it's not too much of a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice, but it's not too much of a sacrifice for him. But like, yeah, you mentioned like CM Punk. CM Punk, who's currently wrestling, who's currently trying to get back those 7 years of missed time, who burned a bridge at AEW, his only option would be WWE. So like, what's stopping him and his morality? Because, you know, he was out there at AEW with the shirt that said trans kids matter and like abortion rights, whatever it said on his shirt. Yeah. So we know that he's definitely, you know, on that side of the.
Congrats on your main event night 2 of a 4-night WrestleMania, just for him to go back and main event night 1 of a 2-night WrestleMania.
Right. So it's like, if Punk were to take that similar type of stand as Foley does, it's a little bit less from a position of privilege, and thus it will have a little bit more impact.
Yes. And
but even then, there's you're right, there's still sacrifice.
Even then, he'd already been gone 8 years.
Yeah.
Most of the wrestling community already made peace with the fact that if he had never came back, that he's never going to come back, and he would have still been comfortably financially fine.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's not like CM Punk is like Ric Flair, where he's trying to make money for alimony, right? I don't know if Punk has like spent all of his millions that he had, you know, from wrestling in the early aughts, but you know, he's probably even more privileged than some other people on the roster as well. Yeah. You know, but is he as privileged as Foley? Probably not. Or even like you said, Stone Cold. Stone Cold is probably the most privileged out of all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was for Larry. Randy says Punk has no excuse. Hey, you know what? You're right.
And so it's kind of weird that Cornette tweets that to Mick Foley when he's a huge waiver of the CM Punk flag, and Punk is still in WWE.
Yeah,
and he's doing this.
Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to look into other people's finances and other people's lives and other people's, aspirations and dreams and reasoning behind why they do what they do, right?
And who am I to judge other people's morals? You've known me well enough to know that I have nothing to stand on.
But just because Foley did something that people agree that is right doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to sit here and say that other people who don't do what Foley did is wrong, because you're right. Foley is operating from a position of privilege, and other folks don't have that kind of privilege. Even though seemingly that there might be people that you can make an argument from that maybe have a measure of privilege that would rival that, but I don't know. But again, going back to my first thing is, I wonder if it would start a trend. Maybe not everybody, not every single wrestler out there, but maybe some of the ones that are already out. Maybe Stone Cold will come out and say something. Maybe Edge will be like, yeah, I'm never going to go back there because of this. Christian, who knows, right? But it is interesting, and it's encouraging, frankly, to see somebody with such strong moral character as Foley acting on that moral character in a way that, like,
sets an example.
Exactly. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I want to sit here and praise Foley. I don't want to sit here and shit on Punk, who has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
Others like Punk, right?
Because there's others that, for whatever reason, can't.
Like, I mean, the fucking Avas of the world, right? You're telling me Ava doesn't have similar opinions? Right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that, like, fucking...
that her girlfriend doesn't have the same opinions.
Doesn't have opinions. Yeah, you're trying to tell me that, like, there's plenty of other people on the roster who don't have the same type of fucking opinions, but they probably aren't in the position of privilege that Foley's in to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking cool. Way to go, Foley. Hell yeah. Score one for the good guys, I would say.
What do you think of Jey Uso back in the tag division?
Is he back in the tag division?
Yeah, cut the promo with his brother, with Jimmy.
Oh, really? Big Jim?
Yeah.
I mean, Big Jim's got a baby to pay for, so,
Okay, that went by pretty fast.
I mean, yeah.
So, prediction time.
Okay.
This weekend on YouTube.
Yeah.
Gratis. AAA, Guerra de Titanes. I'm going to give you a couple matches.
Okay,
I'm not giving you all of them because
you
probably won't know all the people anyway.
Right, I probably won't.
How hard would you get for Dragon Lee versus Hijo de Vikingo?
Dragon Lee versus Hijo de Vikingo?
Yes. Sí.
Muy bien.
Give me a number.
8.
I'm about a 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah. That's a dream match. It might have already happened before in Mexico, but I wasn't there and I didn't see it. So I don't give a shit about that match. I give a shit about this one. It's free on YouTube. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. What day is this on?
Saturday. Yes.
Okay.
Dirty Dom and Grande Americano are teaming up.
Okay.
Originally, it was supposed to be against a reuniting Lucha Bros.
All right.
Penta's hurt. The replacement, Rey Fénix and Rey Mysterio.
Los Reyes. Los Reyes del Mundo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
8.
I'll go with an 8. That sounds exciting.
Triple threat: Laredo Kid, Javon Evans.
Oh fuck.
Jack Cartwheel.
Oh fuck.
For the light heavyweight championship. I might not know what a Jack Cartwheel is.
Oh, you don't know what Jack Cartwheel is?
No.
He's been on the indie scene for quite a bit, and he's known for, get this, his cartwheels. That's why he's called Jack Cartwheel.
Gotcha. Okay.
He does a lot of cartwheels, and he does them into other moves. And like it doesn't sound like it works, and it sounds kind of weird, but that's his gimmick. And he does a bunch of fucking cartwheels, like cartwheel into a neck breaker, cartwheel into a back breaker, cartwheel into a German.
Okay.
Yeah, like he'll cartwheel just across the ring, and like, what the fuck is with this guy? But it's interesting and different. So yeah,
7.
I'll go with a 9.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. You know what? I need to give my boy some more flowers. Your boy is bouncy. Javon Evans is the shit. I think that okay, you did say a little bit, you disparaged him a little bit when you had said that, oh, he and Leon and Knight are all the same, person and whatever. No. I think the clear winner here is Javon Evans. Clearly, Javon Evans is the best out of all of them, in my opinion.
How does he stand out?
He definitely gets way more air. He gets more air than I've seen anybody in a wrestling ring ever get, and he is way more bouncy than anybody else I've seen in the ring. And I think that's where I am. And he has this charisma that I think it fits him better than it fits anybody else, where he is just goddamn lovable. He is so fucking adorable, man. He's just like I just want him to win. I want him to win whatever he does,
Moveset wise,
Javon Evans got that 6'7" shirt. He's sus. No, he's just a youngin. He's a youngin. Grow up, CK. Just realize,
because you don't understand what this means. I'm 44 years old, and I know what this means because I've been doing enough clubs and I've done enough of these on my hands. I know what this means. You don't. It's all right. Look. The kids that are talking about 6'7", let them suffer when they learn 9 to 5.
No. The kids that are out there right now going 6'7" are, when I was his age, I was going around everywhere going, suck it. So I annoyed all of the adults going like, to all my friends. If someone
wants a collectible, the last time I went to Whataburger, I stole the 6'7" table tent. $500 and it's yours.
Yeah. So I did that everywhere. We annoyed all the adults and we delighted in annoying the adults.
Just do it with friends where you wrap your arms around them and you get it for them.
See, sometimes you do the X, sometimes you just do the like fuck. We annoyed. We as a generation annoyed the shit.
Every generation has that moment that
we got it. So you know what? If they want to annoy us with the 6'7", sure, whatever.
What was the last generation? It was the fucking Beanie Baby.
Yeah. I'll tell you. A fucking kid comes up to me to try to troll me and goes 6'7". I'll be like, fuck you, suck it. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. So like, I get it. Let the kids have their fun. It's fine.
I might not have agreed with you to an extent.
So everyone sent Abel the 6'7" shirt, and I'll rock that shit. I'll rock it. I will rock a Javon Evans shirt. I don't care that it says 6'7" on there.
I would lean less on his athleticism because still, there's a dozen other people in pro wrestling that do it just as well.
Not as high.
But
he gets the highest hop.
Not everybody. The charisma is what sets him apart from Kevin Knight, from Leon Slater. What you just said on the charisma side, right. I have no notes.
Okay.
Yeah. And okay, we haven't got a chance to talk about this. So fucking bummed that Ricky Starks cost Javon the title match when he won Iron Survivor. Instead of waiting until New Year's Evil, the show on January, he cashed in that next taping. And Ricky went heel, and it went over like a fart in church. No one in that NXT cul-de-sac wanted to see that. They wanted to see either Javon get beat or more likely Javon take the strap from Oba, because obviously your boy's been ready. Oba's been ready. And the fact that Javon's already had like 3 or 4 episodes on live main roster television, I was assuming he was going to either take the title or just go on to the main roster. So, Javon. Who you got winning? It's for the light heavyweight title.
Cartwheel, Javon, and
Latin America.
Latin America. Okay, so it's Cartwheel, Javon, and who else?
Laredo Kid.
Laredo. It's Laredo's title, right? I would think he would retain.
I would think so too.
Just because it's AAA, I don't see Javon, because the only other person to pick there is Javon. I really don't think Cartwheel will win it. But the reason why I don't think Javon will win it is because I don't think WWE wants him to tour Mexico. He could go there for a little bit, have a good match, pop everybody, let him get some international acclaim. But no, we're going to keep you here stateside. Yeah, he's more valuable stateside than he is in Mexico.
And we already have Dominic with a AAA title that's on main television. Like, we don't need to have more of that.
Yeah,
I've got Laredo Kid winning this.
Yeah, he's gonna retain. Everybody gonna be doing that Oba strut now that they've seen him. Yeah, that
One more match. Hijo de Wagner Jr. defends his title against Ethan Page.
what's the title?
So Javon and Laredo, that's the light heavyweight. This one's the Latin America title.
Oh, okay.
Ethan's North American title is not on the line. It's just the AAA title.
Oh, okay. Then Wagner Jr. Hijo de Wagner Jr. is retaining. And my number's a 7.
I'm also at a 7.
I'm
I
not
think the
sold
match
on-
is solid.
I'm not sold on Hijo de Wagner Jr.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I'm not either.
Okay.
I'm not either.
I mean, maybe I just haven't seen enough. But anybody that's Hijo de Jr. is silly because you should just be the third, El Tercero. That's what I am. I'm a Tercero. Just fucking call him Tercero. Don't say Hijo de Jr. Pinche pendejo, you're the third one. Nomás Tercero, güey. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
No mames, pinche Hijo de Jr. Ay, qué la chingada. Pinche Tercero.
We got 2 matches so far for World's End. But before we go over the matches, I'm a little sad.
You're saying is CK get you that Ethan and Chelsea's shirt.
Shit.
You were talking about that shirt earlier before we recorded.
Before we got here.
Yeah.
It's a shame that you haven't been watching wrestling because there have been matches in the Continental Classic that have been fucking bangers.
The AEW Continental Classic.
Fletcher beating Okada in the first night. Don Callis versus Don Callis.
Yeah.
And Okada ready to flip him off, but instead he actually shakes his hand.
Nice.
Takeshita has been fucking killing it. He had an interesting match with Moxley that Takeshita won, where they were both selling ankle injuries. And it almost fell out of sorts because John Moxley, a Death Rider, Konosuke Takeshita, a smash mouth guy that could hit you with any limb of his body. And instead of them going 100 miles an hour, they're both selling ankle injuries. It was a weird story to tell. Takeshita also beat Takeshita and Claudio tied. They went to the time limit.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't see the match, but I saw people talking about that.
Fletcher lost to Speedball.
Yeah.
There are so many intangibles that have kept Ospreay and Fletcher's cage match on our Master of the Year list. I feel like if this was a built-up story, or maybe if this was the finals, Fletcher versus fucking Speedball could have made a Match of the Year list.
Think so?
Yeah. Anytime in the last 5 years.
People have been telling me I need to watch that match.
That match was so fucking good. So good. And again, ad nauseum. Callis on commentary always enhances matches.
I agree.
It's bacon for wrestling.
Yeah,
Tom Callis is bacon. He makes anything better.
Okay.
And then last Saturday, because I caught up on the recording, Speedball versus Kevin Knight. They went at each other.
Yeah.
Part of the tournament. They're tag team. They went against each other. Sportsmanship in the beginning, in the pre interview, sportsmanship during the match. They were hitting themselves. They were hitting with some heat. And Kevin Knight pulled out the win very last minute, almost towards the end. And there's still some matches left. We still get Takeshita versus Okada in the tournament, let alone this is before semifinals and finals because they changed it. They changed it last year and they're going with it again. So it's not the winner of the gold league and the winner of the blue league. Now it's semifinals between the first place of the gold versus second place of the blue, and then first place of the blue versus second place of the gold, and then they're wrestling twice that night.
Yeah.
And so we could get Okada and Takeshita again in the finals, which would be a great story to tell. You've been bragging about Okada being the best tournament match wrestler of all time against a guy like Takeshita, who's got 15 years ahead of him at least.
Mhm.
He just won the G1 Climax. He used that victory and is now the IWGP World Champion. So he's the guy that's supposedly replacing Okada, and you're going to have both of them. You could have both of them in the finals. That's, yeah, with no time limit. That's going to be fucking nuts if they pull that off. 2 matches so far. Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the women's title. Give me a number.
Stat versus Hayter.
Yeah.
7.
7. I'm at a 7 also.
I think Stat will retain.
So do I. Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of steam that has been let out of that bubble for Hayter. You know, when she came back and then she got injured almost immediately, right?
Something like that.
And then she was on the shelf for a little
I
bit.
hate colorful Hayter. I need jet black fucking goth Hayter.
Okay.
You know, it just isn't working for me. The main event is the triple threat match for the men's world title. Joe is defending against
Hangman and Swerve.
Swerve.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. When I saw that graphic, I was like 10.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see this. I want to see this. And I know you are because you're a Jomo-sexual. So
heavily. However, all 3 have had a hell of a year.
A heavy Jomo-sexual.
Yeah, but they've had a great year, and the storytelling has been consistent.
Yeah,
they tagged together, Swerve and Hangman, a few weeks ago, and you could tell there's still tension between the two.
Yeah,
but they have a common enemy, and they beat the shit out of fucking the Ops Dojo and fucking Powerhouse and Shibata. Yeah, World's End shaping up to be good.
So they just got those 2 matches announced, and that's it?
So far, yeah.
The AEW pay-per-views usually have 13 fucking matches on them.
It will before Sunday. Before the Sunday.
Is this Sunday?
No, the Sunday between Christmas and New Year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I was going to say something else, but it slipped my mind.
Sorry.
Don't be.
Okay.
That's a show.
That's a show. Okay, well.
What are you going to be doing?
Well, Friday, I do have Blood Moon Lucha at the Evolution Dojo on Long Point Drive. So yeah, Blood Moon Lucha. It is one of the 2 or 3 different lucha shows that I've been ring announcing for. So make sure you come out, support local independent wrestling, support local lucha wrestling as well. That'll be this Friday night. So yeah, I think I have another one the following week as well. Let me look at my calendar because I don't remember all of them.
Oh, I know what I was going to mention.
That's right. Oh no, right. The next night, Saturday night is Texas Combat League, also at the Evolution Dojo. So I'm going to be at the Evolution Dojo 2 nights in a row for 2 different promotions.
Yeah, you gonna pay rent?
Yeah, off of Long Point Drive. So yeah. So
off of Long Point. So like I-10 West.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Blood Moon Lucha and then Texas Combat League back to back, Friday then Saturday.
Okay. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's officially official.
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom this January, 50,000 sold out.
Wow.
For the main event, Tanahashi's retirement against Kazuchika Okada.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm sure the next time we get together, if we get together soon, we'll get to compare Tanahashi's retirement to Cena's.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
And Jarrett's that just like went completely on the wayside.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the year. Yeah.
All right.
That's everything.
That's it. Okay. Well then, adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Boom.